Look at yourself. You think you are tired, but you are not tired. You are comfortable. Too comfortable. We live in an age of cheap dopamine, where pleasure is just one click away. But deep down, you feel empty. You feel weak. Why? Because comfort is a slow death for the warrior's spirit. In 1645, facing his own death in a cold cave, Miyamoto Musashi did not seek comfort. He sought clarity. He wrote his final words, the Dokkodo, and the most brutal rule was this: do not seek pleasure, for its own sake. Most men today are slaves. Slaves to their feelings. Slaves to their mood. I don't feel like it, is the mantra of the defeated. Discipline is not about punishment. It is about cutting the chains of your emotions, to set your true self free. In this video, we will not give you motivation. Motivation is a feeling, and feelings are fickle. We will build the structure of the samurai. Disclaimer: this content is distilled from ancient philosophy and modern psychology for educational purposes. It is not medical advice. History remembers Miyamoto Musashi as the Sword Saint. But he did not start that way. In his youth, he was known as Takizo, the wild beast. He was violent, impulsive, and chaotic. He fought not for honor, but for the rush. If he felt anger, he attacked. If he felt pride, he boasted. He was a leaf blown by the wind of his own emotions. You might look at this wild samurai and think, that is not me. Look closer. When your phone buzzes, do you check it instantly? When you see junk food, do you eat it without thinking? When things get hard, do you quit to seek comfort? That is the same instinct. That is the Takizo inside you. You think you are free because you do what you feel like doing. But doing whatever you feel like is not freedom. It is slavery. It means your biology is your master, and you are just the passenger. Musashi learned this the hard way. After the Battle of Sekigahara, defeated, hunted, and alone in the mud, he realized that his wildness was his greatest weakness. He had strength, but he had no command. And power without command destroys its owner. How did the wild beast Takizo become the Sword Saint Musashi? Did he watch a motivational speech? Did he wait for inspiration? No. He realized a pattern that 99% of modern men miss. Motivation is a trap. Motivation is biological feedback. It comes and goes like the weather. If you build your house on the weather, it will collapse. Musashi built his house on stone. He called it Shugyo, austere training. Shugyo is not working out. Shugyo is the deliberate choice of hardship, to forge the spirit. In his final years, he wrote the Dokkodo, the path of aloneness. It was not a wish list. It was a set of chains he voluntarily placed on his inner beast. Rule 1. Accept everything just the way it is. Rule 2. Do not seek pleasure for its own sake. He didn't wake up at 4 a.m. because he wanted to. He didn't train in the snow because it felt good. He did it to kill the part of him that demanded comfort. He stopped asking, how do I feel? And started asking, what is my duty? For centuries, people thought Musashi was just born different. They called it spirit. They called it soul. But modern neuroscience has finally caught up with ancient wisdom. It's not magic. It's biology. Deep inside your brain, there is a structure called the Anterior Mid-Cingulate Cortex, or aMCC. Scientists at Stanford and Huberman Lab call this the seat of willpower. Here is the fascinating part. The aMCC is alive. It has plasticity. When you do something you enjoy, like eating sugar or scrolling your phone, the aMCC goes to sleep. If you live a life of pure comfort, this area actually shrinks. You physically lose the brain tissue required for willpower. You become biologically weak. But when you do something you hate, when you step into the cold shower, when you focus on a boring document, when you resist the urge to quit, the aMCC lights up. It grows. It gets bigger. Musashi didn't know about brain scans. But when he stood under that freezing waterfall, he was not just washing his body. He was taking his brain to the gym. Every second he wanted to step out, but stayed in. He was physically building the neural hardware to dominate his reality. So, discipline is not a personality trait. It is a muscle. And right now, yours is either growing, or it is dying. You do not need a waterfall to train your spirit. You just need friction. Here is the 3-step protocol to build your aMCC starting today. Step 1. The micro-adversity. Stop trying to change your whole life in one day. Instead, pick one thing that sucks, and do it. Turn the shower to cold for the last 30 seconds. Fast for 16 hours. Leave your phone in another room. Remember the science. If it feels good, it's not training. If you hate it, good. That is the feeling of your brain growing. Seek the friction. Step 2. The ma pause. In Japanese aesthetics, ma is the negative space, the powerful silence. When the urge to quit hits you, or the urge to check TikTok strikes, do not fight it. Just pause. Wait for 5 seconds. Stare at the urge. Watch it rise, and watch it fall. In that 5-second gap, you disconnect from your animal brain and reconnect with the samurai within. You take back control. Step 3. The Dokkodo mantra. Musashi gave us the code. You must use it as a weapon. When your brain screams, "I'm tired, I'm bored, just one more video," override it with the second rule of Dokkodo. Say it out loud. I do not seek pleasure. It is a spell. It reminds you that you are not a slave to dopamine. You are a master of your own path. The final test is not against the world. It is against the chaos within. Look at Sasaki Kojiro. He is skilled, but he is impatient. He is angry that Musashi is late. He is ruled by his ego, by his need for validation. He is a slave to his aMCC's weakness. Then, look at Musashi. He arrives late, deliberately. He holds no steel sword, just a wooden oar. He is not fighting Kojiro. He has already won the battle inside his own mind. One strike. It is over. Musashi does not cheer. He does not boast. He maintains Zanshin, the remaining mind. Total awareness. Total control. This is the power of the protocol. When you conquer the urge to be lazy, when you conquer the need for comfort, you don't just get work done. You become dangerous. You become the master of the storm. The world wants you weak. They want you addicted to their apps. They want you obedient to your feelings. They want you to stay exactly where you are. But today, you have seen the truth. Discipline is not a punishment. It is the only bridge between who you are and who you could be. You have the science. You have the protocol. Now, you must make a choice. You can close this video and go back to the comfort of the herd, or you can choose the path of the Ronin. We do not ask for likes. We ask for commitment. If you are ready to kill the weak voice inside you, if you are ready to train your aMCC every single day, then leave your mark in the comments below. Write the words, "I walk alone." This is not just a comment. It is an oath to your future self. Welcome to the dojo. Class dismissed.